All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Donovan Sadiq. There's the click. Good to see you guys. I've got my retiree Vegas casino Hawaii beach shirt on. Going to be going to the Demetra K podcast in a few minutes. She said about like 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be doing that. I don't need that light. When I tap that, there's a light up there in the camera. It's a pretty high-tech camera. My computer, I built this computer, and I have Windows 10 on it. And for some reason, I can't upgrade 64. It's Windows with the 64 operating system, whatever you call it. And for some reason, I can't update it to Windows 11. So this is my laptop has Windows 11, but my desktop doesn't seem to do that. So I'll figure that out later. It won't upgrade, so I got to figure out what I got to do. If saying like something's not compatible or something like that for you computer geeks and nerds. But good morning. Good morning, everybody. Donovan Sadiq here, you guys know. This morning I put up a pretty good question. You guys have heard about that employment bust near Savannah, Georgia, right? Now, number one, Georgia, predominantly black, right? Especially in the Savannah area where that is. Now, I don't have a problem with people working or whatever. My question that I put up there, and a lot of people are starting to think right now, and I just got questions. Because like I said, I deal in logic. Logic to me is always first. My first question is, how does 400 and something South Koreans end up in an area of Georgia that is predominantly black? Which isn't a problem. But you've got this plant that is being built there by most of these people for jobs that were supposed to be for Americans. I just got questions. Now, my question is this, and I see some people say, "Oh, well, what you're against them working and this is that." No. That ain't what I'm not against anybody working. Working is a virtue. My question is this: number one, can an American plant go to Korea and be built there with a bunch of Americans working there specifically as a majority? No. Now, for a lot of people that don't know because they don't do their research, they only go by what MSNBC or CNN tells them. They don't pick up their phone like I do and other people do and do a Google search. And here's the thing, okay? This deal for this plant was done under the Biden administration. Now, the majority of those Koreans were here on visas. So this was a deal done under the Biden administration for whatever reasons to put a plant there under the auspices of creating jobs for the people in the area. Hey, Tim, you don't like this is my retiree shirt, brother. You got to get one of these. They look good on the thing. Look, check it out. Check it out. Oh, and by the way, Tim, they figured out that Philadelphia took a plane and they seeded the clouds, which stopped the game when Dallas had momentum, and that's how Philadelphia won. See, I mean, the dirty birds are just dirty, man. They're just dirty all around. Just dirty. Dirty birds. So anyway, good steal, though. I enjoyed it. Very, very, very good steal. But that's okay. We're going to see you at the end of the year, and we're going to take care of business there. I got my new cowboy hat on, and yeah, I'm riding. Let's ride. Was that a Bronco? Yeah, that's Bronco. Sorry, but fake Cowboys. But anyway, so before I got to get ready to go on Demetra K show. But don't worry, Tim. I'm gonna get you on the show. Me and you are gonna debate. Good points. So the question you have to ask you. This thing was under the Biden administration. Now people say, oh, you're bashing Democrats again. No, I'm not bashing Democrats, because how it works is One party does something, right? Then the other party comes in and reverses it. Then the next party, whatever. So Trump is in office now. Now this stuff is exposed and it's reversed. But look at the tax breaks and incentives that this company came into the country to build this plant. I mean, these are our tax dollars, you guys, that is being thrown away, that we're not being utilized, right? That's money that we're not, getting. But the question you have to ask yourself, okay, wait. So you guys notice I've been talking about political theater. Are you entertained? This is what we're talking. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican. There is the ruling party. There's one party. It's the ruling party. They are playing games. It's ping pong. Remember ping pong when it came out in the 70s? Boop, boop. We're the ones in the middle. We're the ones in the middle. Right? Oh, my team wins. Oh, my team this, my team that, my team this. Right? Just like football. The Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Patriots. Oh, my team, my team, my team. But what we got to realize is we're losing. We're the ones losing because we're not showing up at city council meetings. We're not showing up holding these representatives. They're not leaders. We got to change our verbiage. Once we change our verbiage, then our mindset changes. You know what I mean? Our mindset changes. Tim says, oh, hell no. We need to get back to work. Must be a Dallas Cowboy fan with very colorful shirt. I'm taking up donations for your wardrobe. Hey, man, this is my Tuesday where I'm sitting and chilling. This is my Vegas casino shirt, which I'm only 3 hours from Vegas. That's why we could always tell when you tourists come into town, because you guys don't dress like we did. The people with the money, the retirees, this is how you dress. Like the movie Casino. You know what I mean? If you go to Havana, Cuba, you dress like this, You're just ready to go. Like Ric Flair. This is the best thing going, right? Gotta get you one of these, man. You can't show up to Hawaii, with your chest out. You gotta have a Hawaiian shirt. See, look, notice the trees. You see them? This is the Hawaiian shirt. I have an Air Force shirt like this that has the planes on it. Same thing, you know what I mean? So, but see, you wouldn't know that because you're over there in Chocolate City. See? I just came in on the comment. If the facts show it started under Biden, then no exemption for either political party. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody gets so emotional quickly when you point out the facts of what's going on. This happened in an agreement under the Biden administration. It was supposed to bring American jobs. Now, the question we need to ask ourselves, okay, that's fine. Biden made this deal for the South Koreans to bring a plant into the United States. Great. This is awesome. It's supposed to create jobs, right? But why are you bringing 400-something Korean nationals here? And even if you brought them here to build the plant, whatever the stipulation was, why did all of their visas expire? What's going on here? See, but a lot of people are getting on the illegal immigration bandwagon talking about, well, they just want to work and whatever. Wait a minute. You're not questioning 450 South Korean nationals in Savannah, Georgia, in a plant and building a plant that is supposed to be for American workers. These are specifically, this ain't Chinese people found in the numbers. This, I'm very sure there were a few Chinese, but you see what I'm saying? This wasn't Africans. This wasn't a bunch of Europeans. We're talking about a specific group of people who, under the Biden administration that approved this plant, that circumvented all of the employment laws. I have questions. Wouldn't this be human trafficking? That's my thing. Wouldn't this be the textbook definition of human trafficking? South Korea flies their plane to get their people. So you mean to tell me that these illegal immigrants weren't here to live in the United States and to make a better life for themselves? But do you see the psyop that's going on here? The less educated person gets emotional. Oh, well, they just want to work and they want to do this. No, 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 no. Why aren't they fighting extradition? Why aren't they fighting their deportation? South Korea flew a plane here specifically for them to get their people out of here. I got questions. Tim says both the Republican and Democrat parties are shaky and untrustworthy. We need to start a new party that's about facts. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's ever going to happen in our lifetime. But I really start thinking we need to really evaluate our allegiance to one party, if that's what you're doing. I don't believe any black person should be a Republican or a Democrat. I believe a black person in this country, and I'm talking about black, I'm not talking about African, I'm talking about foundational black Americans, because we are our own group. We should be independents, because we've been a political football between these parties for a long time, and a lot of us still are. You know what I mean? Some of us are Republicans. We saw in the last election, 15% of black that voted Republican for whatever reasons, and the majority of us are still Democrats. Black people should be independent, period. Tim says those should jobs be for Americans before any national. Hell no. Exactly. But I have questions. That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to question what is being put right in front of us. South Korea is flying a plane authorized to come pick up their people. Now, most migrants that are illegal are fighting their extradition. Think about that. Look at all of the Latinos around the country that are fighting deportation. They want their day in court, which you can't have anymore because they changed that rule. Again, Google this shit. They don't have rights to habeas corpus. They don't have rights to habeas corpus. But most of these Asians are not fighting their extradition. Isn't that strange? But I'm in California. The Mexicans are fighting the ICE agents not to be paroled back to their countries and stuff like this. Now, I know some people say, well, Donovan, you got it messed up. The South Koreans are coming here to pick up their people because they don't want them to be paroled to another country somewhere else. But the only reason the United States does that is because the person that's being deported is fighting not to go back to their home country. So America would have no problem sending these people back to South Korea if they're here illegally or they're past their visas. But isn't it strange that these people aren't fighting deportation? And let's ask ourselves this: can we as Americans go over to these other countries in mass and work in their factories and things like that? Let's say we wanted to put up a Ford plant, right? Ford Motor Company. We can't set up a company in Korea or Japan or China and then have majority of the workers American there. They wouldn't stand for that. I just got questions, you guys. Please keep your emotions out of it and use your logic. I know you guys are not that ignorant, and I mean that in the most respectful way. Isn't this a textbook definition of human trafficking? Now, I had one chick or a couple of chicks tell me, whoa, that's not human trafficking, whatever. Oh, so human trafficking is only human trafficking when it has a sexual annotation to it. I don't think so. Human trafficking is the movement of a bunch of people of the same background nationality, sex, or whatever to do a specific job. That's my definition of it. If we look it up, I think it would be something similar to that. So don't quote me on that. So if I got a bunch of women, and they're just women, and I put them on the stroll, wouldn't that be considered human trafficking? Even though the women are Asian, white, black, Latino, that's still human trafficking in its makeup. They're doing a specific job that I illegally circumvented the laws and put them there to do that job. Isn't that human trafficking? Let's look up the definition of human trafficking, okay? Let's just look it up real quick. Human trafficking by definition. Okay, hold on. I'm going to read this for you guys. It says right here, the unlawful act of transporting or coercing people in order to benefit from their work or service, typically in the form of forced labor or sexual exploitation. Who sent these people? Who sent them? These are questions we really got to start asking ourselves. Let me go to the Dimitri K Show, you guys. I know a lot of you guys don't agree with me. I know you guys think it's Donovan's bashing the Democrats. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm bashing the political system. I am not for the status quo. Again, because I'm not for the status quo because black people are at the bottom of it. It's ridiculous for me to want to continue the status quo as a black person. That's ridiculous. I'm not bashing Democrats or Republicans. I'm bashing the political establishment. That's both of them. When Trump ran his first time, it's funny how you guys don't remember. I was bashing Trump when he was in office the first time. Go back and look at the videos. Go back and look at the videos. But I got questions about this. This is kind of, something's very suspicious about this. It doesn't make sense. A plant in an area that is predominantly black, that have a community of Asians that predominantly are working in a plant past their visa. Who's responsible for this? Think about it. You guys, please use your logic. Don't forget to download the African Diaspora News Channel app, and don't forget to watch and check out myself and Dimitri K on the Dimitri K Show. Talk to you guys a little bit mañana. You need to learn that Spanish. In this country, you need to learn Spanish.